What is the way, my dudes? It's Evo. What is going on? Real quick before we hop into the video, I'll be going over a few quick things with you guys. First thing first, we still have a giveaway in the Discord. There's about, no jokes, 6 or 7 days left. Laugh it up, funny. But yeah, seriously, I think there's about 6 or 7 days left in the giveaway. There is a message requirement. You guys will see it when you join. If you got an issue with it, womp womp. Not much I'm going to do about it. But for those who are in there, make sure you guys are yapping, hit that message, join the giveaway. Like I said, a couple days left. There's not that many people in it. But other than that, YouTube, we're getting very close to hitting my next big goal of my content creation career, whatever you want to call it, is 1,000 on YouTube. We're still some time to go, but we're currently sitting at 725. I'm really excited, really hyped to say that. I've never thought I'd even get that far. I remember when I hit my first 100 subscribers years and years ago, and we've progressed 600 plus subs in the last 2 months. I mean, that's one hell of a journey if you ask me, but let's just progress. I appreciate all you guys who were there with me throughout this journey, but other than that, let's get straight into it. Deuces, my dudes. Alright, what is up, my dudes? So real quick, this video is going to be strictly around my opinion and what I think would be the best advice for new players or returning players. So for those who are starting off new, you're gonna have to thug it out. What I mean by that is most players join with the goal or in full intent to get a serum or some sort of mythical or legendary family, but you can't go into the game having that mindset. What I mean is focus on your progression rather than getting something you want. It sounds kind of weird, but it'll hold you back in the meantime. So what I mean by that is every time you prestige, you gain a memory slot, you gain more skill points, more slots for stuff, you gain better upgrades, all together, just better for yourself when doing missions, raids, luck chance, because when you're going to be prestige, you have a chance of getting a luck, gold, or an XP boost. You're going to want to choose the luck boost every time. So with that being said, focus on your prestige, focus on level. Obviously, if you do get a serum, that's great, perfect. If you get a good family, amazing, awesome, it'll help you in the long run. But don't make it your sole intent to go for that. Just focus on yourself, focus on what you got to do. Obviously, doing raids here and there is all right, but don't waste all your keys. Obviously, don't waste keys on hard and severe raids, in my opinion. Save them for when you're capable of doing aberrant raids quickly. Especially with some modifiers on. Nothing on is kind of not buns, but it definitely, you're missing out on a lot of extra percentage and luck chance. So with that being said, what I would suggest doing when you first start out is just missions. Focus on leveling up, get through those levels quick, just fly right through it. As you get through there, you're gonna work on your upgrades. You obviously, for those who new, you only have blades. Once you get to prestige 1, you'll be capable of getting thunder spears, which are great. These bad boys right here. I am a thunder spear user. Some people call me lame. Am I lame? 100%. I am so lame. Blades are by far so much more fun to use, but if you're like me and you just want to get through things pretty quick with quick damage, thunder spear is going to be the meta. But this will be your later on. So your first prestige is going to be the worst prestige, in my opinion. It takes forever. But do keep in mind, if you guys do join the Discord, we do have a carry service who will help you through that. And if I am around, I will help you as well. But obviously, don't count on me, as I am very busy most of the time. But if I am around, I will do my best to help you. But back at that, focus on level. If you're new, what I was just doing is just look for what I did when I first started. What worked for me is I would go to the missions, and if you have like gold boost, look for the gold boost, look for the XP boost, do those, and get as many missions as you can within that hour it's active. If there's, I personally don't go for the luck boost, and if there is a luck boost, I either do outskirts, giant forest, or loading docks. Problem is with loading docks is when you first start out, in my opinion, this is purely just opinion based. I didn't like doing it because I was so slow. Because I remember I grind out 2 alt accounts, so I've had to do this multiple times. And I just, that first prestige or 2, I'm just so slow. I didn't have the perks, didn't have any of my resources to do what I can as quickly as possible. I just felt like I just couldn't do it. So I resulted to Giant Force, which I believe has the highest XP and rewards. Yeah, it is Giant Force. Although it is really annoying with the trees. Don't get me wrong, it's super annoying. But if you can work around that, it's definitely gonna be nice. I've also got when I first started out before I did lots of raids, I got most of my serums actually in Giant Forest doing any guard, and for those who do have serum and do get serum quickly or before most other players, um, my personal opinion overall, I find doing Aniguard the best for gold XP and etc., especially scrolls as well. Most people are like, yeah, stall is better if you get more kills, but the average player is not hitting 100+ kills in stall. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Me, I can't. I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm just not like that. I don't have that skill base. Obviously, if I were to play like everybody else was, I could probably build up a skill, but I'm not. I'm doing more raids, or I'm sitting in a trade lobby like a bum. But it's awesome. It's great. Um, but like I said, Anti-Guard will be nice when you do have Serum, or if you have Thunder Spears, would be great. Thunder Spears would be a little more tricky for when you do go to reload or restock, because you're going to have to leave her for a minute and she might lose a ton of health. But if you're quick about it, boom, 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 or if you have the right like perks like Munitions Master, it might be no issue for you. But that's what I'd focus on. Now for raids, it's gonna be, you're gonna want to do raids. You're gonna be eager to do it. You're gonna see, oh man, I can get serums, artifacts, perks. Yes, it'll be nice. But if you look, ignore it's gonna be the percentage is gonna be a lot lower. And if you compare, just even like with me being maxed out for attack serum is 0.05. Look at a Baron, 0.28. It's a huge difference. I personally feel you're wasting your keys if you're doing anything other than a Baron with a couple modifiers. Some people may disagree, like luck is still luck. Yes, luck is still luck. You could get it 4 times in a row, but you got to understand how likely is that. Like, you'd be better off just putting in the extra time to focus on your progression, where you'll get to like where I'm at max level with good memories, perks, builds, where you can get through aberrant raids like nothing pretty quick, and then get enough rewards where it's pretty what's the word, rewarding. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be tempting. But just thug it out. Get through your progression, your prestige, all that, because then you'll unlock what we call memories. Um, Now memories are a topic, because like, oh, what's the best memory? I can't give you the best memory. I don't know the best memories personally, because it goes off builds. Depending on what type of build you're going for is going to depend on the type of memory you're going to want to use. There is a skill tree method to getting memories that you want. I don't remember exactly how that is. If you guys would like to know, let me know in the comments below, or ping me on Discord and I will show you how. I'll have to do a little bit more research. I remember how to do it. It's been a very long time. I actually do it for myself, because I did re-roll one of my memories. But as you prestige, you gain a memory slot, and these memories are kind of like extra buffs, perks, not sure. It's just its own thing. Like, for example, one that I personally really, really love is after images. Explosion creates a smaller explosion in their wake during 40% damage. It's so nice, especially when using just blades and thunder spears. It just makes your life so much easier doing. For example, the best part where I find it very helpful is the first phase to the uh Attack Titan raid, where you have to just kill like what 42 Titans or something like that, where you use a Thunder Spur, use a blade, and it kills other Titans in the area, and it's just super nice, super 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 nice. It just makes your life easier. It's just great. It does a little more damage too. So that's one way I look at memories. And the overall, it's just stuff that will help you in the long run. You got to remember that this stuff is only here to help you and make you better. It's not going to slow you down. Only thing slowing you, what's going to slow you down is the serums and families. Yes, it'll be nice if you do get it, but the chances are very likely. And I've told most people I've played with, I maxed out my entire account using a Lionheart build. I was a female Titan Lionheart. I got my first serum maxed out. So I used Lionheart before I actually had a serum. So that was, let me tell you, getting maxed out with that was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was really rough. It took me about, I think, a month to fully max out, but it's because I sat in the game for hours like a no life. But that was me. But you gotta remember, it's still possible. You don't need Helos and Fritz to max out. It's not true whatsoever. I didn't get my first serum till I was maxed out, like I said already. But it's possible. Is it gonna suck? Maybe it's not gonna be a fun ride, but you gotta understand everybody progresses at their own pace and at their own way. Everybody's a little different. I know people who got a mythical family within their first couple days of playing. I didn't get my first one till after, like months and months and months later from trading. I haven't pulled a family. I haven't been lucky enough to do that. Um, do I feel my time is soon? Man, I sure hope so, because I'm ready to pull my own family. I'm tired of having to trade for one, especially for those giveaways for y'all. God, you guys are making me go broke on my all my stuff. Let me tell you, look at this. We're broke. I'm just kidding. But back to what I was saying. Focus on your progression. Memories will come in handy. Next thing for you, like I said, right now we're focusing on. I'm just gonna be going over everything a little detail by detail for the new players. Perks. Perks will be. I just sold all mine for gems. I got a little hungry, but perks are also here to benefit and help you. Something as simple as Kengo. Thunder Spear damage increased by 40%. Conservative chance increased by 10%. You can hit now two more limbs at once. Think about that. That's like an extra 40% damage is a lot. And getting a Thunder Spear back will make your life so much easier. So for my Thunder Spear build, I get 16 Thunder Spears. And on average, I probably shoot anywhere upwards of like 30 Thunder Spears. And that's because of all the perks and all that crap I have. But you got to invest in your perks, memories, artifacts. It's going to cost a lot of gold. It may cost a lot of scrolls and keys to trade for one if you can't pull one, but it will be worth it. 100%. Do keep in mind you can't trade for perks until Prestige 2. Let me make that noted. But these are here to benefit you and help you. As well as artifacts. Artifacts are definitely one. As you guys tell, I have some. I always sell mine for gems, or I just trade them off like a key or two. So if you guys need them, let me know. You don't. I'll get you for the free ski. But these are also here for you as well. So I have one like my blade build, which I'm trying to work on it. I use actually speed on mine, which is for usually for stall or outskirts. Usually I run. I can't think of the perk where it locks your skills, but that's what I work on. I have one for my Thunder Spear, actually two for Thunder Spear, one for my shifter, which I don't even use, and I'm probably working on one for a skill cooldown because I'm trying to work on a buff build. I'm just messing around with a whole bunch of them, but we have those. You also have your head and face ones, so I have extra if you guys need them. I have mine all for this, but utilize them. Obviously, I would say artifacts definitely do depend on your build, so look into that. If you have any questions regarding that, do let me know. I am working on a build channel in the Discord. It's in the works, so once you do get that done, there will be a link to a Google page for builds by our friendly friend Zuma. Shout out Zuma, W Builds. A lot of my builds in the past were off his. They're great builds. I know a lot of people that still use them. They're amazing. I mean, if you don't know builds, just go there, look at them, ask me. I think my Helos build is actually originated from his build that I tweaked into my own, that I found other stuff that worked better for me. So definitely utilize builds that are out there. Try them. If they don't work, tweak them or try a new one. Simple as that. But skills, same thing. Helos will have its own. Every family has its own personal skills. Shifter will have their shifting up in here, and then once you have a shift, I don't have any serums right now, so I can't show you guys. But you'll equip shifting, and then you'll have two slots for. I think it's two for shifting. One's the like a skill tree for your shifter. Another one's like a mastery. I forget what it's called. I don't shift. You guys know that. But lots of skills but benefit you, and the paths will depend on the build as well. Like for example, Warbringer has its own skill tree path as well that's strictly for Warbringer. Like some people do have their own, but there's a pretty common one everybody does use. I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't done Warbringer in months, and I don't plan on doing it. I don't enjoy it. But for those who are doing it, good luck. Don't ask me about it because I will not be able to help you as much as I would love to. But all right, so I think we pretty much covered everything regarding like how to level up, how to utilize your perks, skills, artifacts, memories, all that fun stuff. Obviously, it's hard for me to go in depth with them only because a lot of it does depend on a build. I'm not going to go over builds because I do have a video on my builds, and any other build that I know are not builds that I claim of myself, and I'm not going to be going over builds that aren't mine. It's not fair when I didn't make them. Maybe I'll work on some other builds, and if I find other builds that I think are really good, I'll let you guys know. I'll post them out there, and I'll probably end up pinging the Discord. Now for newer players who are wanting to trade, I know a lot of people were looking and asking Evo, we know you have a trading video out there, but I want you to go a little more in depth. I will try my best. Trading is really a gamble in my opinion. Yes, there are values out there. Yes, there are set values, but it all depends on the trader you're trading with. I mean, yeah, you might have the value for the item, but there's also demand, and it also depends on whether or not they even want it. So, best way to put it, what I still do and what I feel works for me, it can get very grind hefty, and it can cost you a lot of gems. So, what I find works for me is current legendaries. Not all of them. You got to be particular. So I know it's Gilgamesh, Astolfo, Azure. Actually, pretty much. Actually, no. Every Blade Burst besides Titan Strike, Gilga, and Astolfo, and actually Cleavers a little bit, are the ones I go to when trading up. The other ones like Kano, Tengen, the Maid set, and Titan Strike I find very hard to trade off. Why? They just don't have a demand. People aren't really looking for them. So I trade current legendary tires. I usually stepped away from trading my keys as much as I would like to. I'm getting very low, but scrolls and current legendary cause are how I work up. How do I get them quickly without spending Robux on buying gems or buying scrolls? As simple as what I do, as I just do like if I'm in, let's say I'm in the mood to do a hefty like grind to get what I want, I'll do about 100 to like 150 raids straight where I'll just collect mythical perks, artifacts, serums, and then raid auras, which are these. Where are they? Bad boys right here. And I trade them all for keys or scrolls. Yes, finding trades could take a little while, but in the long run, I always do get pretty lucky with trades. So there are trade values for perks. I'll show a little demonstration on the screen or an example. So those are some prices or value. And what I like to do is I trade under market because usually I have a decent amount. Like, see, I have a couple spare. I usually can get a whole bunch. Yes, I got a whole bunch of just random ones in here, and I'll trade them for like 10, 15 keys. Like, well, you can probably get more. Yes, but if I go under market, I'm guaranteed a trade, and it's quick and easy, and then I can go back to grinding and get more rather than just sitting around waiting for a trade. And that allows me, if I do 100 to 150 raids, I can get a whole bunch of perk serums. And yes, this also does depend on luck, so you may get nothing. Don't count on that as well. But I found for me, if I can do that, I can average about 500 to 1,000 keys every day and a half, maybe. And yes, some people do go quicker, but for me, I think that works well. And I think it's a good steady pace. And then what I do is, well, what I used to do was turn those keys into scrolls. And then also, if you can, best way to put it is I would save the serums, which I don't actually have, as well as raid auras, and sell those for gems. And then buy crates. Don't blow it out all your gems. Buy a couple crates, like 3. Like, let's do a quick little gamble for y'all on stream vid. So I open these and hoping that I'll get a legendary cause. Like I said, it's pure gambling. You're not sure we're gonna get it. And like I said, I got nothing, but I'll hopefully pray that I get another legendary cause. And let's say I get something like a Giyu, I'll trade it for 30 scrolls. I believe that is under market, but it's a guaranteed trade, and I don't have to worry about like, is he gonna scam me for that little bit extra scrolls? I don't really care. It's not that big of a deal to me personally. Some people are very what's the word? Not superstitious, but particular about how much they make and how much profit. I find out in the long run, it's just quicker for me not worrying about that little extra amount and just trading them away for scrolls. Or what you can do is just save them, pair them up, and trade them for Viz. People gotta understand Viz isn't really that much. Let me be careful there. When you really think about it, it's only a couple cosmetics, and you can throw in some extra scrolls as well. And then boom, you have to Viz, and Viz will be your best friend in the long run as well. I always notice anytime I'm doing bigger trades. So recently, I had traded for before I traded for my Seraphic, I was trying to get another Toji, and I was off by like 1 or 2 Viz, but I had no more current legendary cause. and I just needed one Viz, and it was like I could not get that Viz. I had nothing. So just hold on to Viz, collect Viz, because you'll need them. Trust me. You may not need it at the moment, but you will want it in the long run to get a trade that you are looking for. Viz will be your best friend, and Viz will love you back. Trust me. Trust me. I've been in that boat so many times. It's so annoying. But utilize grouping these up, or just scrolls. Save up your scrolls as well. You can trade peer scrolls, but I would not do that unless you have a middleman or you're trading with somebody who's a legit or a trusted user like myself. Straps. I'm trying to think of other people. We'll put our boy Gohan. TJ, we feeling TJ? Vibes if he's willing to trade. Shin. I can name lots of people. I could be wrong, but those are people I feel that you can trust. But definitely utilize pairing up current legendary cards and using scrolls. That's pretty much what everybody's doing. So you're probably just going to hear this from everybody, but it truly does work. You got to understand there are values out there for a reason. Those values will be there to benefit and help you. Do keep in mind, you may not get that trade purely because that person may not want what you have. You got to understand that. You can't force somebody, well, it's a one-to-one value. It's exactly that. But they don't want the item. Like I can give somebody, I believe Titan Strike is 50 viz 50 scrolls right now, and I believe Azure is around the same. I can give somebody 2 of these for that, and they might not take it just because they don't want Titan Strike. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but you gotta understand, people will take it if they want it or if they are looking for it. And if you are lucky enough, like I have been many times, somebody may just overpay you for your stuff because you have something they want. Yes, they may be taking a large L, but if that's what they want, they're gonna take that L. I've taken an L so many times in the past to get what I wanted because it's just something that I purely wanted. For example, actually I don't have any examples off my head, so screw that. But yeah, definitely just focus on that. I'm always around if you do have questions. I do have a value bot that I did borrow from somebody else, so I forget who it was, but shout out them. Um, they shows you values to scrolls. I don't think there's keys, but Viz, there's a demand, whether or not it's stable. We also have the Google Sheet that is amazing. I still use it every day when I'm trading because I don't remember everything off the top of my head, and shit is always changing. For example, Helos is dying right now, so if you guys are looking for Helos, definitely utilize getting it now. It's very cheap, very cheap. It's like 6 Viz, I think. It may go down more. I don't know. I think Fritz is like 3, but definitely utilize stuff getting low. If you can get a whole bunch, group them up, get a whole bunch, rack them up before the update. I personally think they may go up, but they may not go up, so I don't know. But for trading, it's pretty much all I got. I mean, I can't give you guys too much advice for those who are personally DM me. I won't share names because that's literally just trading. Trading is just doing that and then hoping somebody will take your offer or hoping that luck is on your side. But that's pretty much that. If you guys have any other sort of questions, concerns, or so you want me to talk a little more in depth about something, please let me know down below. Other than that, we do have the Helos giveaway still up. Please join the Discord, spread it around, let people know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. But deuces, my dudes.